Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and thank you for joining me today on this special Vibe interview. Today I will be interviewing Rodney Red Grant. People that know him, they know him as Red. He will be joining us shortly. There's a little delay, but he's at home and he was just trying to get himself together. He was like, look, I'm still in the car. I was like, take your time, my brother. So I know how it is. You be on the move all the time. You're on the go. So I have no problem with that. And I'm going to give him his time that he needs because he's giving me his time today to do this interview. So I'm so grateful for that. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to take care of some bills. I'm going to start off with our commercial of the hour. Well, it's going to be like twice you're going to see the same commercial. But anyways, let me go ahead and pull it up for y'all real quick. Let's see. I know I was messing up earlier, so let me see if I got it down now. Okay. Oh, I think it's a glitch. That's where the glitch is. No, it's doing it again. Sage A, help me, son. I do not want to have to close out of this thing. Oh my goodness, it's doing the same thing again. All right, so at least it didn't go out all the way. So, okay. Screen sharing was canceled. Make sure. Okay, boom. Got that. Let's see. Let me see if I can get back live with you guys. Give me 1 second. And I was trying to play the commercial and it just shut everything down. So I won't be doing it like that. Let me see if I can try it another way. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to pull up the file. And then once I get the file up and loaded, then I will play it for you guys. Give me 1 second. So click on this one, right? Or was that the one that was giving me problems though?
No, we did Final Video 1. I think that was giving me problems.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So now let me pull the screen back up for you guys. I'm going to share a screen. What?
Close. I was going to open it with a media player because that one was giving us problems before.
Which one? This one?
No, media player. This is like the Windows one.
So what's wrong with this?
That's the one that was giving us problems. That's the application that was giving us problems. Just right click it.
Right click what?
The video.
This?
No, the one we were just on.
I wasn't on that one. I was on this one.
Oh, okay. And then do open with. Right. And do Windows Media Player.
I think that's what it was just playing off of. Maybe not. Okay. All right, y'all. So like I said, that's why I got to get better with StreamYard, because StreamYard is definitely a great function if you know what you're doing, but I don't really play around with it too much. But I'm gonna get better at it, so give me time. Am I looking straight at the camera? Because I feel like I'm looking somewhere else. Okay, so let me try this again while my son's still down here. Let me see if I can share the screen again and do it without it messing up this time. All right, so entire screen, audio, boom, boom, got it. This, okay. So here goes my 30-second video, y'all. Sorry.
Don't tell me about what?
PRXUnderwear.com has a mystery box.
PRXUnderwear.com has a mystery box?
Yes, it's 5 tees for $50 or 10 tees for $99 with free shipping. Go check them out. PRXUnderwear.com.
All right, so that is the video of my commercial for tonight. I will be running this back later because I was trying to get better with it. But now that I know how to pull it up on the screen, and my son, he showed me a little handy dandy trick. I'm gonna put this at the bottom and stop sharing the screen. Okay, now I'm back. So, anyways, like I was saying before, hey, people over here, how are you? If you guys are here, I'm so sorry. You guys have to go join me on Broadcasting with Boss Lady Star on YouTube, and you guys can see the interview right now. We're waiting for Red to come back. He had to go run in the house real quick. You know, he's a busy man. He was doing some things, so he's handling his business. And I wanted to make sure I got some information out there to you. So if you're not aware, Rodney Red Grant is a mayoral candidate, and he is running for DC's mayor position. So you guys can go support him. He has a website. I'll be pulling that information up later. But he has a meet and greet coming up on April the 4th. So if you guys want to go meet and greet the mayor, you can. The location, let me see. The location is going to be at the NCAA Watch Party, Focus Social Club. Okay, so the Focus Social Club is at 1348 H Street Northeast. Okay, in DC. So people that live in DC, if you guys are there, you guys can go do a meet and greet. You're more than welcome to go meet him on April the 4th. He's gonna be there from 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's a free event, but you do have to register online. So you have to go to Eventbrite and register so that you guys can get the free ticket to go meet and greet Red Grant. Okay, so once again, it's April the 4th from 6:30 to 11 p.m. The location is Focus Social Club. The event is NCAA Watch Party, April the 4th, 6:30 to 11 p.m. Okay, the address is 1348 H Street Northeast. So you guys have the address, you have the time, you have the location. If you're there in the DC area, make sure you go do a meet and greet. All right, so you can meet Red Grant. Also, you can go and help support by donating. So if you guys stay on here long enough, I'll pull up the link and put that on there so you guys can have the link to the website. Let's see, I think I have it over here too. Yep, there we go. Grant for Mayor. So it's the number 4. It's not FOR. It's the number 4. So it's grantformayordc.com. So make sure you guys go on there and support by doing donations and everything. So it's Grant, GRANT, the number 4, and then Mayor, MAYOR, DC, okay, .com. So you guys can go on there. When you go to the website, you'll see his picture pop up. You'll know that you're in the right place. And at that time, you guys can make donations and help out with his candidacy. So like I said, he will be with us shortly. He had to go take care of some business. He was at home, but he was just in the car. He was going to run inside the house real quick. So he'll be on here with us shortly. In the meantime, you guys can definitely go check out the website, grantformayordc.com. And also, let's see what else we have. What else do we have? We have a couple of sponsors. Of course, you guys are aware. If you do know me, you know about Simply Wisdom. And Simply Wisdom is my baby. Well, mine and my son's, but not like that. So Simply Wisdom was my baby because I started this like in 2013. It's a body butter and lip balm business. Okay, so Simply Wisdom Incorporated was born last year, right in the midst of COVID, because it's a nonprofit organization. So we give back to the cities and we give back to nonprofit organizations, other companies, so on and so forth. But we're always giving back. So whatever we do as a company for Simply Wisdom, it always is full circle and it goes back around to the community. As you see, I have my slap event up behind me. And with slap, it is SIP. It's not the Will Smith slap. So don't get it twisted. It's a SIP, laugh, and paint party. So what I do is a sip, laugh, and paint party, and it's a twist. The twist is we have comedians. The comedians come in, they do their thing. We have an event. They get the people get the paint. It's not for just women because everybody always says, "Oh, that's a girl thing." It's not. We have men that show up, and it's a good time, a good laugh. And if you like to laugh, then you definitely need to check out the events. You can check that out on bossladystar.com. You'll see the information for that. And that way you're able to go and see what events I have coming up as well. So if you go to bossladystar.com, you see that. When you see the tickets that you want to purchase, you just click on it. It will bring you to Eventbrite, and then boom, you got your tickets for the event. So make sure you guys tap into that and get your tickets, get your slap on, okay? And I was like, man, I was gonna make this great commercial today, and talk about slap and everything. And I was like, oh, it's too soon. It's too soon. I just don't want to have no bad blood with that. So I left it alone. But my event is called Slap, and it's Sip, Laugh, and Paint Party. So make sure you guys go check out my website. It's right here on the screen for you, Boss Lady Star. Yes.com. Okay. So make sure you guys do that. I appreciate it. And once again, like I said, we're going to have Mr. Grant on the screen in a few minutes. So if you guys have any questions for him when you guys get on here, please feel free to, put your questions out there. And when you put your questions out, I will make sure that I say hello. But the interview is, all about Mr. Grant today. So if you have any questions, put them on the side. I'll try to get to everybody's questions. If you have, if you're on Instagram, hello, Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, please go and jump on over to YouTube on Broadcasting with Boss Lady Star on YouTube. So I'm trying to do two things at once here. With StreamYard, it's not really friendly with Instagram. It is friendly with Facebook and Twitter. So right now I'm live on YouTube, and I'm also live on Twitter. I was trying to let me see if I can add. Yes, I can, because I'm already on here. Yes, I love StreamYard is my friend sometimes. So let's see. Oh, you know what? So they acting funny about Facebook right now. Why? Let's see if I could figure it out. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Because I think that's what it was. It was that it was using my old email address. And with the old email address, it was giving old information, so it was not uploading. So that's probably what the problem was. Oops, hold on. Let me see. This is it. Let me see. Is that it? Is that it? There it goes. Okay. Let's see. What? This one too. I don't know. Now it's giving me a whole bunch of issues. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna leave it without Facebook, because Facebook really don't be rocking with me anyway. So I'll just leave it live on YouTube, and I'll leave it live on Twitter. So that's it. All right, we have Mr. Grant in the building, so I'm gonna bring him in at this time. Let's give him a warm welcome. And here you go. Hello. How are you?
Sorry about my tardiness.
No, you're good. I was explaining to them before you jumped on here. I was like, life be happening. I said, you're a busy man, so I totally get it. You have things you have to do. I'll be if I would have been any later, I would have been in the car interviewing you, like, hey, I'm so sorry, but but hey, we're here. So, but yeah, I just got in a few minutes ago. I had to go get things ready for the house, for dinner. Life be happening. So
life things, the things that really happen in life.
Right. I'm like, hey, sometimes I might be. I try to, live by being on time, but things happen. That's all I gotta say about it. Things happen, so I just keep it moving with that. So, how are you today? How has your day been?
It's outstanding, actually. It's a great day. I dropped my daughter off early at school.
Okay.
She goes to school in Southeast Washington, D.C.
Okay.
At Johnson Middle School, and I went swimming, and then after swimming, I canvassed.
It's an indoor pool?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm about to say, because I know
it was 29, 30 degrees out there. I couldn't. Yeah, I'm not that type. I'm not that type of superhero.
Right. No, I said, okay, you different.
Then we could canvass the community, my community where I went to high school, Dunbar High School.
Okay.
And we do that on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, canvass the whole city.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to knock on doors 2 or 3 times before this election. And, went to the office and just make sure we strategize and continue to be the best electorate candidate mayoral candidate in the DC right now.
That's what's up. I see you. I see you shining. So I'm definitely following the glow. I'm following it. And you said Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays is when you step out and do that with the city.
Yeah, you can come canvas with us.
Well, see about that. What had happened was, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. When's the election? What date is it?
Every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
No, that's when you go and canvas. I'm saying, when is the election? Which date is the election?
Oh, November 8th.
November. Oh, see, I have time. That's right before my birthday. Yeah, I can come a day or two.
Well, you can come to some of our events. Like we got an event this Monday at Focus in DC, right. Focus Social Club.
Right.
And you can come and hang out with us there. You don't have to go out on canvas. You can come out and just be a part of the great movement that's happening with the Grand for Mayor team.
Yeah, look, while I was patiently waiting, I did put that information out there. I let them know the location, the NCAA watch party at the Focus Social Club, 1348 H Street Northeast. So I did put that information out there. I let them know they can go to the website and get their tickets. It's a free event, but you can go on there so they can know how many people are going to show up. And I did put that information out there for you. So you do have that out there for April the 4th from 6:30 to 11.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Of course. And then I'm gonna pull up the link later, but I was trying to tell them where they can go and do donations. I did have it up on my screen, and I could pull it back up here because I'll be trying to be a little bit prepared sometimes.
Oh, there it is, grandformayordc.com. You're the best.
Right. So I was like, okay, look, I have some things I can do. I'm still trying to master the StreamYard thing. I'm usually like IG. I have IG on over here. Hey, IG. But I was telling everybody on IG to come join us on the YouTube channel because most of the time they just see me on Instagram. That's it. But I'm trying to play with this a little bit more so that I can, be better at it. All right, so listen, I'm gonna stick to the script, but at the same time, I'm gonna go backwards and then forward. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to ask you about, I did look up and it says you're a DC native, so you're born and raised, right?
Born and raised in Washington, DC.
Okay.
Born in DC General with a blanket, redskin blanket on my back. So I'm all the DC teams is my team. Okay. Even when we win or lose, they're my team.
That's what's up. You sound not no bandwagon, huh?
Nah.
What they call them, bandwagoners, when they jump from team to team?
Oh, they do it all the time.
Right.
They do it all the time. So, I went to Sousa Junior High School, graduated from Dunbar Senior High School, where I was a student athlete.
Okay.
And I went on to play football at Savannah State University with the great Shannon Sharp, and came back to DC to service my community. At the age of 19, started working for the recreation department.
Okay.
DPR, coaching kids, giving back to our community. And then a friend of mine said, Red, you should try to tell jokes. You're funny. So at the time, I didn't feel like, I was a funny individual because I've never been like a clownish type dude. Just
right.
Just had great timing of just being able to be around people and just had great timing.
Right. Okay.
So I gave it a shot, and 6 months later, I was on Def Comedy Jam.
Dang, that was quick.
Yeah, it was super quick. So I guess God knew what he wanted for me.
Right.
And I did the Apollo that same weekend. And then Teen Summit hired me to work for Teen Summit. And I started hosting, and they moved me to New York.
Nice.
And they started producing shows for BET.
That's what's up. That was also, you just like did your own little segue and then went right into it. So that's perfect. Because I was going to ask you, okay, so after you when you became an adult, then what did you do after? But you didn't give me the breakdown of that. So I was going to ask you how you got into comedy. And so you just tried it. You just gave it a look of the draw, and it just worked. It stuck for you for a while. Yeah,
I mean, I just, I didn't get booed the first time. I didn't rock like, I didn't rock, but I didn't get booed. So I just said, let me go try it again. And
right.
The more I remember the first time I did it, my partner, my frat brother, shout out to Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
All right,
my brother, Big Rob, was like, man, you're not talking about the same stuff you talk about when you're off stage. When you was on stage, you should talk about that stuff. And I was like, So I just started talking about my real life situations, things that was really happening around me. And that was the best advice anybody ever gave me, because if you watch my comedy, it's never really no like jokey joke. It's really about what's going on. Yeah, real life. What's going on in our society? What's going on in my life?
Right.
And I think that's the true form of comedy.
Yeah.
And I just think that's the true form of any art, just to be as true to the art as possible, even with interviews like this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. I met you like way back. I think when I met you, you was well into comedy. And I think it was right before you started acting. I think that's the first time I met you. And you gave me some key points. He was like, yeah, just keep doing your thing. If you like it and you enjoy it, just keep doing it. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing it. So that's when I like just, stuck with the comedy portion of it. I did it for like 6 years. There was people dry snitching because I was out from work, and then they just wanted to tell on me and be like, "Oh, she out at clubs doing comedy shows, but she ain't working." So I had to stop for quite a while. But then once I got back into it, I was retired, and I said, "All right, I'm just go ahead and just start hosting shows and stuff like that." So I just started doing the hosting part of it, and then I got into podcasting. I got into podcasting through COVID because I was stuck at home, and I was like, I'm a people person. I need people. So I started getting into the podcasting and just meeting people all over the world and talking to old friends I haven't seen before, and then newer people that I was meeting that became friends. And it's just been a great journey for me as far as the podcasting. But I always try to reach out to people that I've either met before in the past or that I know personally and try to get them on the show, let them give their story. And when I seen that you was running for mayor, I thought it was a joke. I was like, oh, he about to do a movie. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's about to be a skit. And I was like, oh no, he really running for mayor. So I was like, okay, you doing your thing out there.
They only do black people like that. When we say we run it or do something like different in our life, people take it as, like, why can't they do it? And I tell people all the time, stop trying to put us in a box.
Right.
We're the intelligent humans that we are.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of energy even to write a joke. And I tell people, try to write one. So me being a businessman 90% of my life, I can't understand why people would think I would joke like that to service my community.
Right.
That to me is it is, I don't
it's
know.
A discredit. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like, when I was a football player and I became, a comedian, they didn't say, oh, he's trying to be a comedian. He a football player.
Right.
When I was an R&B artist trying to be a football player, they ain't say, "Oh man, he an R&B artist trying to be a football player."
Right.
It's like, we all grow, we all get into things, and when it comes to servicing my community and using the skills.
Are you there? I think we froze for a second. You back? Uh-oh. We just lost a connection for a second. Just give us a few seconds and he should be right back. But that is true. What he was stating, that is true. Us as a community, we do that. We discredit the fact that somebody's trying to do something different. They've moved on, they've elevated, they're on a different level. And, the first thing we do, we're like, oh, they doing that. Like, oh, no, I didn't know. That's like, when I started making soaps and body butters, people were like, okay, what do you know about that? I'm like, I did my research and I was able to go ahead and do everything that I wanted to do with it. So I totally get that. But I thought it was a comedy. And then I was like, oh no, he's really running for mayor. And I seen, the posts, and it was a serious thing. It wasn't nothing joking about it. So, okay, he's back with us, you guys. So I'm gonna pull him in. Give me 1 second.
I'm so sorry. That's the only thing I don't like about. That's the only thing I don't like about StreamYard.
Yeah, that you had got a call.
Yeah, and I got it on like do not disturb, and it's still
right. It'll come through. Yeah, it'll come through. And it happened to me like that before. I'm like, oh wait, and then I'll be trying to like push ignore, and then it takes me off completely, not to join back in. So yeah, you're fine. No worries, no worries. All right, let's jump into. I was just agreeing with you with your point that you was trying to make, that is what we do as a community, is we automatically think like, you could do that. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Or, say like they downplay, somebody's skills or their greatness. And instead of saying, oh, this person has grown and evolved, they're doing something different. They're on a higher level now. So I do agree with you with what you said about that. All right. So we're going to jump into the goods. Oh, wait, one more question. Because you said you've been a businessman all your life. What other businesses do you have? Like, do you have separate entity, like other businesses outside of, because I know the entertainer portion of it. Being a father and a husband is a job in itself. So it's that's a job in itself. And then like, did you have other individual businesses that you had?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I own my own production company.
Okay, dope.
I shot my first film in 1999. Where we
Okay.
did a $500,000 budget that I did my first film, and it was called Family Reunion, a movie. I directed it, executive produced it, wrote it, and starred in it. And then I went on to create shows for the Viacom network, over 25 shows for BET, MTV,
Nice.
Comedy Central, and I started my own writing company called Red Creative, where I've been writing for a number of artists forever.
Okay.
Television and films and shucks. I mean, I did the Flavor Flav roast. That was one of that was one of my beautiful writings that we put together. And you know, I look at life like this. You know, my production in itself. You know, we probably have employed over thousands of people.
Right.
You know, work with millions of dollars in budgets, and you know, continue to get stream after stream after stream. We were getting streams before streams were streams.
Right.
You know, so
you said 1999, so you was before they even started doing. You was already streaming.
We was already streaming.
Right.
So, you know, that's my love right there. Then you know, me starting my own outreach program. You know, don't shoot guns, shoot cameras.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up too. Yeah, I have that written down. I have it written down.
Okay.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it now since you already talked about it. I forgot to write that up as a pull-up. I was gonna pull it up on the screen too. So it's called Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Cameras. What is that about? I know that's your organization that you created. Can you give us a little bit more details?
Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Cameras is a SEL program, social emotional learning program, to give kids from the ages of 12 to 17 an opportunity to create their own films. They write the films, they shoot the films, and they edit the films. So, you know, we're trying to get kids to tap into a side of them and show them something that I learned in my lifetime that helped me become a great businessman, entertainer, and writer. You know, I think sometimes we don't give our kids credit enough for their ability to be creative and write. I went through that as I was growing up. People always were doubting my ability to create. And once I learned certain patterns and I implemented them, and it went so far in my life, it took me through my life. And it's the reason why I can create scripts. That's the reason why I can create television shows. And I just want to show these young people a different art, that they don't just have to lean on football, baseball, basketball, and whatever else. They can be superstar filmmakers. You know, the next Spike Lee's, the next Red Grant's, next Tyler Perry's, you know, Quentin Tarantino's, and many, many more who have touched the screen. So, you know, a lot of success stories are coming out. This will be our fourth core this summer coming up, and we have expanded from DC to Inglewood.
Oh wow!
Now we're doing a Beyond Your Block, where we take them out of the city to do the filming. So it's incredible. It's an incredible movement.
Nice. You said from DC to Inglewood. I'm trying to take notes as I go. So if you see me looking down for half a second, I'm trying to write everything.
It's all good. They can go to don'tshootgunshootcameras.com.
Okay,
That's
so I put it up here.
Don't shoot guns, shoot cameras.com.
Okay.
And that's
it's all together.
Yeah.
Okay. Shootcameras.com.
Or they can just go DSG, which is Don't Shoot Guns, SC shootcameras.org. DSGSC.org.
So you got both of them.
And just, you know, just understand, you know, we've been showcased on Good Morning America, CBS, Evening News, CBS, Germany, CNN, Washington Post. You know, it's getting a lot of juice right now. So we just tell everybody to continue to support the program. Make sure you donate to the program. You can donate on that website.
Okay.
And continue to support our youth.
Nice. Quick question. So, does the program provide school credit or job placement opportunities?
Both. We actually give our kids stipends,
Okay.
and after they graduate the program, we place them in other programs that we have built relationships with.
Okay, cool. Um, do you have any success stories that you would like to share? Like, you have any? You
All
don't have to pick a bunch
all
of
of them
them.
are success
Oh,
stories.
okay, so all of them are success stories.
Yeah,
Is there one
we
that like
dealing with
sticks to the top of your
we
head?
dealing
Like,
with high we dealing with high risk kids.
right,
Kids that come from a lot of kids that come from low income areas.
mhm,
And even the ones who don't. Living in Washington D.C., living in Inglewood. It's so easy for trouble to find you.
right,
So, every kid who comes to our program is a success story. Well, like Marley Richardson, she just went to Georgia State University, and
mhm.
instead of studying business, she now is studying film. And,
Nice,
it's all of our young kids, a lot of them still in high school. So, just to see them grow up and just become their own entity in
right,
film. But now they're shooting their own things and coming to me like, Mr. Grant, can you help me with this? Or can you come and be a part of this? And I'm like,
right,
yeah,
right.
there's no
That's
problem.
awesome. That's awesome. And that's nice. That's a nice way. That's a way of giving back to the community in itself too. So you have the program that's bringing them in, showing them a different side to life and something else that they can do besides, like you said, sports, the regular sports, or becoming a rapper or whatever. So instead of just doing like the regular basic things, you're showing them like, hey, use your mind and expand it. And this is something else that you could do
Well,
differently.
I think all arts are great arts.
Right.
I just think we can just have more. That's why I believe so much. If you follow my campaign, we want as many programs put back into our city as possible,
Right.
especially for our youth. So many programs have been taken out the cities and not funded anymore. We want to get those programs funded. We want our
Right.
recreations back open, our recreation centers back open. And
Right.
it's super important that we get that done right now because our youth are screaming out for help and our youth are screaming out for attention. And we have to give them the proper attention that they need and deserve and treat them like the young adults that they are.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. You already answered the question about expanding to other cities. You already said that. You're definitely doing that. What is needed from people that are watching the show now, people that are going to watch the show later? What is needed? What could they? I know you said that they can go on the website and donate. Is there anything else that can be of assistance to your program?
Um, I always tell people to just get involved as volunteer. Anything that you think you can help out with our programs, we always look for new people, new ideas
Okay.
to help bring more kids to the program. And it's never enough. You can never get enough kids in a program. We want to get all our kids involved with this program. We think
Okay.
it can be implemented in so many schools, so many different cities. So if you want to get your city involved, hit us on don'tshootgunshootcameras.com. If you want
Okay.
to get your schools involved, just hit us. And we're trying our best to activate this program everywhere.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm definitely in with the school system, so I'll be talking to you offlines or get in contact with your people and sending an email to or getting in contact with them through the website so that I can find out how they can expand and put it in different states.
Thank
Being a
you.
military brat, I've lived in so many different states, and I know like the areas where people need this program. Like you said, it's needed everywhere. So definitely we'll get in contact and see, how I can help out with volunteering and doing this podcast. And I've met so many different people in different states, so I can talk to other people and see how it can be implemented in their states as well. So definitely we'll reach out with your
Thank
team
you.
and see. Yeah, definitely. No, not a problem at all. And see what we can do for that. All right, so now we're getting into the juicy part. I'm not going to keep you too much long because time is of the essence and time is important. So, and I appreciate your time today.
Thanks.
What inspired you to run for mayor for DC?
I was called to run for mayor.
Okay.
3 years ago, I was going back and forth from Washington to LA. And when I reestablished my residence here in the city, my friends and my neighbors were asking me to get involved and run for office. And they weren't telling me what office. They was just like, Reg, you got to come back and help us, man.
Right.
You can bring so much to this city. Just they know I'm a humanitarian. I'm not a politician. They know that I care about our community. And I had to really do research to find out what office I would run for. And I didn't want to be, once I did my research, I didn't want to be become a council member because I'm not a legislator.
Right.
I understand policy, but I don't want to legislate.
Right.
And I started understanding the executive office of mayor is an office that someone who has been an executive should run, should be involved with. Somebody who understands how to allocate funds properly, deal with services, and also just be a people person so people will want to work for them and work with them, and build morale. I think that's a big key to being a leader, is being able to build the morale that a city needs. And I feel like DC right now, even though it's a great city, I think we can be greater. And I think we can have more morale. And I think we can have more love, care, and respect in our city, so we can have a city that other cities can model after. And I truly believe that we're a super diverse city. And I think that if all of the people in our city come together, we'll be a city that can change the world.
Okay. Look out here changing worlds and stuff. Okay. I see you.
Changing worlds and stuff.
I'm saying. He's like,
look at you changing worlds with your little podcast.
Oh no! See, now you did what most Black people do. What'd you just say? Your little podcast.
No, I know you. No, you know how to say that because I had to get you back from earlier.
Okay, that works. That's touche on my part. That's touche. Good. Okay, let me ask you this. So let me see. What's about your mantra? Purpose over popularity. Oh, what happened? Oh man, I seen your comments too, lovely lady. I will ask when he jumps back on. I'll ask him your question, how he balances everything. So looks like we got disconnected again. He might have got another phone call. So when he comes back on, I'll ask the question for you, and then we'll go into his mantra that he has: purpose over popularity. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put this commercial on for you guys. Make sure you guys check out this website, palexanderware.com, and I'm going to share the screen. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. All right. I got to get better with this too. Got it. And all right. Y'all enjoy this commercial.
Shh,
Don't tell anybody what.
PLXunderwear.com has a mystery box.
PLXunderwear.com has a mystery box?
Yes, it's 5 tees for $50 or 10 tees for $99 with free shipping. Go check them out. PLXunderwear.com.
All right, y'all heard it. palexanderwear.com. Make sure y'all go check out the website. That is where you guys can go find out the new gear. He has some summer stuff that's already out. So go check out the website, palexanderwear.com. So check it out. See what they got. They got the specials going on right now, 5 tees for $50 or 10 tees for $99, and you get the shipping for free with the $99 purchase. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back on your big podcast.
Oh yes, that big podcast. Okay. Look, I was just about to get into your mantra, and then I looked down for a second. I looked up, you were gone. I was like, where'd it go?
I love StreamYard, but it is weird.
It is. That and Zoom. Zoom is okay. I think Zoom is good for when you have a bunch of people on. That I think I like that platform for that. But StreamYard, just like there's so many little things you could play with on there. That's why I like it. But it does shut off on you real quick. So before I get into your mantra, let me ask you, lovely lady had a question. She said, how is it that you balance everything? How do you balance everything in your life?
I tell myself I don't gotta do it. I get to do it. So
okay, I like that.
I try to, like, instead of saying, oh, I gotta go work out today. No, I get to go work out today. I gotta take my kid to school. No, I get to take my kid to school. Okay. I get to travel. I get to do these things. So I think I get to have a great family. So I think this the work ethic that my mom's instilled in me early in life.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that she did, because it has helped me so much in this venture that I have going, so many ventures. And
Right.
I always tell people, if you don't allow them to put you in a box, then you can do more. So as much as I can do successfully, I'm going to do. And I think it becomes just having smart people around you, a smart
Yeah.
team, being able to allocate, being able to say, okay, I trust this person to do that.
Right.
I trust that person to do this. And, you know, when I started just letting go and really getting super smart people around me,
Mm-hmm.
I just found myself becoming more successful in life.
Okay. Yeah, I think having a good team is definitely will help you balance things too. That balance that scale, because you can delegate certain things. And now you don't even have to get to a point where you're delegating, because they know, like, okay, this is my job. I'm gonna make sure I handle this. So if you have a good team around you, then everybody has their part. Everybody knows their piece of the puzzle, and then puzzle just
Yep.
comes together and works fluently. So that's
Yep.
awesome. That was the question. Is just
That's a
asking.
great question.
Right. All right. So let me get into your mantra: purpose over popularity. What's that about?
Purpose over popularity is something that I live by. Somebody asked me the other day. They were like, "Well, Red, why you running for mayor? You trying to get money?" I said, "The mayor job don't pay me as much as I make."
Right.
So no, I'm not trying to get money.
Mm.
They said, "Well, they think you trying to chase clout." I said, "Clout? I've been famous since I was 19. I don't have to chase clout.
Right.
Clout has chased me." Um, but I just think that people get caught up in being popular. I
Right.
think that I'm not put on this earth to chase clout, be popular, or anything. I'm put on this earth to have a purpose. And once I found my purpose, and once I understood my purpose, and that's to make people happy, do good by people,
Right.
use my God-given talents to better other people. I understood that my purpose was way more important than being popular.
Gotcha.
So I just live by that. I think it's a good mantra to live by. I
Mhm.
think others should always think about their purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, sometimes you just got to meditate till he give you your purpose and what you need to do out here in life. You found
Absolutely.
your purpose. You said during COVID, your purpose is to, have a great podcast, to
Right.
bring people good interviews and actually information that can
Right.
help somebody else out in life. So we all have a purpose in life, and we just got to tap into it and don't be afraid of it and keep pushing.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that I'm so that's gonna be on my mirror tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I do a TikTok, and I'm gonna put that on my mirror, and I'm gonna make sure
Yes.
I put it on Instagram, and I'm gonna tag you and be like, yes, purpose over popularity. That's
Yeah.
absolutely true. I like that a lot, and I like the
Thanks.
breakdown of it too. So it's perfect. Um, what areas? What are the focuses area of your campaign?
Well, first and foremost, public safety.
Okay.
I think it's very important that people who live in our city, pay taxes in our city, are
Hmm.
safe. Um, we have one of the highest crime rates in America. We are 25% less safe now than we were 10 years ago.
Mm.
So if you look at that number itself, if you move to DC, 25, 10 years ago, it was like 80 murders. This year was like over 220 murders.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, just being a safe city
Right.
and working hand in hand with, our police department and our community to get our city back to a safe place. Uh, and we got to do it now
Right.
because it's so important, because a lot of these murders are happening to our youth and happening by our youth.
Mm.
So we losing somebody, then we losing someone else
Right. Right.
to the system or
To
to
the
the
system.
grave.
Right.
So that's super important to me. Um, Being able to afford to live in our city is super important.
Okay.
A lot of times people are not able to even afford to live in this great city that they grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're being pushed to Maryland, Virginia. They're being pushed to other states. And, you know, it's about generational wealth for me.
Right.
You know, if your mom's or my mom's worked hard to have a house and she wanted to pass it on to you, and now you can't even afford it because the taxes are so high,
Right.
and we don't have caps on taxes at all, and that's a shame. You know,
Right.
we gotta have some type of cap on the way they tax individuals and living spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to make sure we tackle, you know, our youth programming. Like I said earlier, we have to have more youth programming and
Right.
senior programming, like real youth programming that really keep our kids out of the way, you
Right.
know, and into things that keep their minds focused, and having our seniors be in places where their minds are now focused, because, you know, as I talk to our seniors, they really want to be involved out here. You know,
Right.
they don't
Right.
want to just be put in a home or put in somewhere and
No.
it's getting forgot about. No, they want to be involved in our system, and they deserve to be.
Right.
We got to definitely attack our homeless problem there in the city. It's
Mm-hmm.
a terrible situation that's going on, and we have to work together to get it together, because, you know, it's not only homeless; it's got mental health issues going on. There's
Right.
no place for it is places, but not enough places for people to go and get these get mental help, and you know, we have to deal with that right now.
Right.
And
Right.
so these are some of the pillars that I live by, and that I'm attacking as soon as I get in office. But these are some of the issues that mean a lot to me.
Right. I can see where that would mean a lot to you. Like you said, you covered a couple of different things. Public safety is something that people look at all the time as far as their city, but then it's like they're not doing anything about it. So everybody says, "Oh, I want to save city," but you're actually taking the time to, see your city, how it is, and how you want to make a change. So, win, lose, or draw, you're still focused on that public safety. So that's an awesome thing. Affordable living, I think. Woof, yeah, DC. I ever talk to them like, oh yeah, you should think about living in DC. I've been saying the same. It's too, it's too pricey to live up there. But at the same time, if they had affordable living, then of course you were like, oh well, I want to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Because DC is a beautiful place. I know you know that, but at the same time, it's just like you think about like, wow, you have to pay so much money to live in such a beautiful place. I'll go visit. Especially when I have family up there. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming to see you, for the weekend or for a couple of weeks or whatever. But yeah, definitely getting affordable housing would help. And then having affordable living would help out with the homelessness a lot. So if they have a place where, other DC natives that live there and they don't want to have to move to Virginia or to Maryland, they can stay there and say, hey, I do have a place here that I can live in, and I can stay here until I retire, become old age, my grandkids, they can do that and still be able to afford it and not be ran out or go somewhere else because they can't, like you said, taxes and everything else. And I didn't really pay attention to that. Like, buying houses, I've bought houses before and I never really focused on, yeah, the taxes, there is no cap. Like they just keep on going up and up and up. And it's like there should be some type of cap to it where, okay, you bought this house, this is how much your house is worth at this time. Yes, it's gonna, increase in value. That's what everybody wants, for the house, but they should have some kind of cap. Like, okay, this is it, this is your taxes, and that's what it's gonna be. Not that it's gonna change.
And that's what pushes a lot of people out of their homes, taxes.
Yeah, I went and looked at because before I'm in South Carolina now, but when I was in Florida, I went downtown and they have like the back taxes, like the books. They have it online now. Everything's online, but you could find out like houses, and you see these houses, beautiful homes, and people can't afford it because of the back taxes. And I'm like, dang, like they're back for like so many years, 8 years, 9 years, 10. Now their house is up for sale because they can't even afford the tax, and that's a sad situation. Beautiful homes and selling for pennies on a dollar because they can't afford the tax. And that's just something that comes every year. So, and then of course I applaud you for your youth program. I like how you said the youth program and the senior program, because, that's full circle. You start off with the kids, and then, you work your way up, you have the adults, and then you have your senior citizens that are, going back to that youthful stage, but at the same time, they still have a plethora of knowledge and they can get in there and tell you, okay, try this, or this might work out, or give this a shot. And so they're always giving information and input. So that's a beautiful thing. I like it. Let me see. I'm sorry, you always in the community. Tell us about your love. Well, I kind of touched on this topic, but I'm gonna put the question out there. You be like, yeah, I answered already. That's fine too. But I'm just trying to go by the script. So, on social media, you are always in the community. Tell us about your love affair with Washington, D.C. What have you learned from being on the front line?
My love affair with Washington, D.C., it made me, bred me, birthed me, gave me a sense of direction. Mm-hmm. So I just owe so much to the city. Okay. And being on the front line it's so many more people that's on the front line that's like really on the front line with us. So they, they don't get their credit, but it's a lot of people on the front line trying to save the city and save people and help people. And, shout out to all the frontline workers, the people who are really seeing the problem and aligning themselves with the solution. So, but I'm proud to see the person that I was to now be the person that I am that's on the front line.
Right.
Because I was probably one of those kids they were trying to save back then. And now I'm the person that's trying to save.
Right.
So
you're saying that full circle. He was like, okay, look, I've been there, done that. I made it better for myself. Now I'm gonna make sure that's better for the youth, and they can, pass this on, this learning lesson on to somebody else. That's what's up. What do you think the residents of DC need?
What do I think the residents of DC what?
What do they need? What do you think they need?
To be paid attention to.
Okay.
To be listened to. Okay. I think they if you go into the communities like I do and listen, you will see all of the problems and issues that they really are screaming out that they need help with.
Right.
But people don't tap in like that. And, when I say, my platform is based on love, care, and respect, I just think that they deserve that love, care, and respect again. People who work hard to stay in this city, to be a part of this city, to love this city, should be listened to, and should not be talked down to, ignored, and belittled. So that's what I think that they need. They need proper services that really care, people who run in the services that really care, not just getting back to you, or I get back to you, really getting back to them. And I think our city deserves that, and I think our city needs that.
All right. Well, I think I covered everything on my question list. I think I got everything answered. We got a background story about you and how you became this wonderful person that you are today, the mayoral elect candidate for DC for 2022. I just want to go over a couple of things that you said, during the show. One of them I'm going to put up on the screen, which is the Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Cameras. Y'all can go to the website, don'tshootgunshootcameras.com. And then there's DSGSC, right?
Don't Shoot Guns, DSG.
Right.
SC.org.
.org as well. So you guys can go check out that website. On there, you'll be able to see the different programs that he has available, and you can go and help support Grant.
That's Grant for Mayor. Rodney Red Grant. It's Rodney Red Grant for Mayor campaign. So you can go to grantformayordc.com and donate, become a volunteer. and you don't have to live in the city to donate.
Right.
You don't have to live in the city to volunteer. So make sure you go to that website, grantformaddc.com. Get involved with the movement. It's not just a local movement, it's a national movement. And we will become the next mayor of Washington, D.C. So
Yes,
we really appreciate everybody for getting involved.
All right, let me pull this up so they can see it real quick. That's like I said, I'm trying to learn this little stuff.
It's up.
No, wait, not that. I put the thing up, but I didn't put this up real quick because I was trying to do it earlier. Hold on, so people can see what it looks like. Here we go. Boom.
Oh, nice.
So you have, that's it. That's the website. You'll know you're in the right place once you pull up this website. Grant for the number 4, you guys, GRANT, the number 4, mayor, MAYOR.com. So make sure you guys go check that out. Like I said, he has all the information right here. You can donate. There's media, there's volunteer information. You can register to vote on that website as well. So go check that out. And then once again, we do have, oops, let me pull this up real quick. We also have on April the 4th, from 6:30 to 11 p.m., you could do a meet and greet at the NCAA Championship Watch Party at Focus. Hold on, that's not the whole thing. Focus Social Club. So it's Focus Social Club. It's going to be at 1348 H Street Northeast. So you guys can go check that out. Go to Eventbrite, pull up the event, and it's a free event. So make sure you just go register your name so you guys can get a ticket and go and meet Mr. Rodney Red Grant. Okay.
Just
so
come party with him. Just come, pull up and party with us.
right.
We like to just have great energy. It's not just a meet and greet. It's a vibe.
All right. Well, y'all heard him what he said. It's a vibe. So make sure y'all pull up, go get to meet him, have a great time, ask your questions, get to know him and his city, and any information that you guys have for him. Y'all can give y'all ideas and thoughts. Are you doing any type of documentary? That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, we're doing it right now as we speak.
Okay, cool. I was like, I want to run that by him. Like, look, it'd be nice to have a documentary.
We've been shooting for 3 years, for almost 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I got this.
I got this one.
That's perfect. I thank you for your time. Once again, like I said, time is important, and you gave some of your time to me today, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make sure I get this information off to your PR people so that they can have it for future reference, and it will also be on my YouTube channel. And I just want to take the time once again to say thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're doing, and I look to be a part of the donation part of your campaign and in your programs. So yes, I look forward to talking to you soon and doing a follow-up with you after the win.
Thank you, sis.
Yeah, you have a good one.
Be blessed.
Thank you, you too. All right, you guys, that has been so much fun. Thank you once again for tuning in. I appreciate you. All the Instagram people that jumped on and jumped off, I appreciate you guys for jumping on. I was telling y'all to come check me out on YouTube. Some of you did make y'all way over and migrate. That's wonderful. The ones that didn't, that's fine too. Y'all can catch the replay after it's posted. So thank you so much for your time. And y'all already know what time it is. Pour up your cup and get your vibe on. Boss Lady Star out. Peace.